I believe he was from the Umayyas. Yeah, some good ones there. The Khalifa's duties now, as a Khalifa, to take care of the whole entire Ummah, supersedes his own personal duties. That's why so many Khalifas, people are judging, oh, Khalifa, they don't go to Hajj. The Khalifa is taking care of the Hajj. The Khalifa is making sure you can go to the Hajj. Now, who has the bigger reward then? But there was a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where he says, the one who jumps on his horse and goes to the marketplace and he remembers Allah and he gives shahadat, when he comes back, he gets the reward as if he had made 70 Hajj. And there was a Khalifa who really believed that. He was doing everything because he couldn't go to the Hajj. He just jump on his horse and go into the marketplace, saying the shahadat and come back. And he gets the reward. Our reward is according to the intention. This is not for everyone. Of course, we're not saying, okay, don't need to go to the Hajj. That's why certain lessons of tasawwuf is not meant for everyone, because people are stuck. Oh, you're saying don't go to the Hajj? You're saying this is more important? Then you're still being very rabbinical, argumentative with that. Then you're not ready to receive what is there for you. So the remembrance of death now. If you are not looking into your everyday life where you're not remembering death at all, when you're eating. Nobody thinks of death when they're eating. Correct? And when they're disposing of whatever they've eaten, nobody remembers death there. These two places especially, the awliya Allah, they're very keen on, they remember. Because now, when you are eating, you are satisfying your nafs. Of course, it is your bodily function, it is your desires. That's why we say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And to sit and to eat with a Shaykh, now especially in the Dergah, you are training now your ego in that space of a time where the ego wants to go wild, or the ego, it is natural for the ego to go wild, just come in talking, eating. But the sofra of the Shaykh, that is like the surgeon's table. You're getting surgery there. And we are not even doing things that are heavy. Say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim and eat. Now you're making zikr, you're making meditation, the food that you're eating. Understand what is it that you're eating. And if Allah wants, He can take our life now. To give shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He is Razzaq, is not just to say Alhamdulillah, it is to show that shukr. Now to remember Allah, when you are sitting on that throne in the bathroom, everyone's maqam, that is everyone's maqam. We are all carrying a toilet inside of us. If we haven't gotten rid of that toilet inside of us, how are we going to be Ahli Jannat? In Jannat, there is no toilet, there is no dirtiness. Holy Prophet ﷺ, there is no dirtiness that enters his body or leaves from his body while he was here on earth. And there are high-level saints who are like that. It is our intention, at least. Don't say, how is that possible? No. Ask yourself, how is it possible I was nothing and I became something? Ask yourself, how is it possible that we come from a drop of dirty water and we became something to challenge Allah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, swearing, we have created man, in Surah Al-Yasin, from a drop of dirty water, and now he makes himself to be an enemy to us, to challenge our authority. So if we are not living life remembering that we are abd, we are servant, then we're going to live our lives thinking that we are Rabb. And to be Rabb in the presence of the only Rabb, that constitutes partnership. The awliya Allah, They are afraid when they enter into the bathroom. They are afraid, and they are praying, let that not be my last breath in the bathroom. That is how they remember Allah. I'm not saying you go there and you make a zikr. But what a humiliating, what a dirty position that is. And there are so many people that their lives are taken in that position. That is not a blessing. Definitely that is not a blessing. So they are careful. Those in the way of tasawwuf, they're going to be very careful. They're not just going to assume everything is okay, everything is love, everything is understood. They are careful. This is what it means by manners. They are careful what they speak. They are careful how they sit. They are careful how they interact with people. They are careful how they are perceived by their Lord. This is what it meant when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying we have sent the Quran to the mountains, and the mountains they refuse. What mountains? These physical mountains that Allah is sending? But we sent it to man, and he took. So we are following those mountains that at least modern day geology has shown that as huge as the mountain is on the surface of the world, that much at least they are under the surface of the world. The mountains are the ones that hold this world into place. They are pegs. They are kutub. Kutub. They are nails. They are axes. That if you remove the nails, no matter how huge, big and strong the structure is, it will fall. It will come down. The nails are the ones who are keeping everything intact. We are following those mountains. This is the way of tasawwuf. We are following those mountains. And when those mountains, they are removed from this world, when they don't say Allah anymore, that's when the whole world will fall. So remembrance of Allah, it serves so many purposes. Well, especially when you're going crazy in your own daily lives. Remember death. Remember death. Remember looking at the child, looking at your son, looking at your daughter, looking at your father, looking at your mother, saying, Azrael may come. That time, whatever joy that is excessive is going to be within boundaries that is halal. Whatever that is excessive also that is not good, you're going to pull back. Maybe you have some anger, some frustration, you're going to pull back. This is what keeps you in faith. That time, faith is not only when you are praying, faith is not only when you are pulling your tasbih. Faith is when all the shaitans and your ego, they are attacking you, and you find that life buoy, you find that firm handhold, you find that urwati wuthqa, to hold on to, not to lose your faith. It doesn't matter how many years you've driven your car, how great you are a driver, it matters in that split second whether you're going to make that accident or not. Correct? The one who is preparing himself for that accident, chances are he's going to be prepared, of course. The one who's not prepared for that accident, he's going to be shocked and he's going to be in trouble. We are preparing for that, inshallah. So anything may happen. Allah gives and Allah takes. But to understand that in a real sense, honestly and sincerely, it's not that easy. And it's also not something that is given to everyone naturally like that. You have to inculcate it. You have to practice it. Because people make a difference between their personal lives and their religious lives. Their religious lives and their spiritual lives. Their spiritual lives and their life in this dunya. And Islam, it is a completion. May Allah make our faith complete, inshallah. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This much is enough. I know it's very late there in New York. So go to sleep. Bayram, you're already sleeping. I know. I'm going to fix you later. But Yeah, alhamdulillah. We are asking Allah to forgive us, to accept our weak service, inshallah, and make us to become better ones. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Ya Allah.